Alright guys, how's it going? It's turned out nice again. Hey, I'll tell you what, when I did my first video upload today, it was about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I wasn't sure if it was going to turn out nice, but it has. Alright, I wanted to speak to you about Rio Ferdinand. Have you seen him calling out Jamie Carragher about the Saudi football and Carragher's words the other week? In fact, I think I made a video about Jamie Carragher saying it's a bit hypocritical, isn't it? You know what I mean? Let's listen to it, see what you think. There we go.
Jamie Carragher, where are you, man? I heard a lot of talk, a lot of negativity about Saudi. Oh, Bernardo Silva, I can't believe it. Oh, it's a disgrace. It needs investigating this league, etc. Steven Gerrard's gone. He used to carry his boots and his bag at Anfield to games. Your boy has gone over there. I've not heard a peep out of you. I've not heard how disappointed you are. I want to see him say, I can't believe Stevie's gone there. I'm actually buzzing for any of the guys that have gone out to Saudi. Because it's Saudi, people are going mad. But all these other countries and leagues over the years have done exactly the same thing. Jamie.
So it's not just about, though, is it, the other countries and leagues? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not. The issue here is that it's Saudi Arabia. Do you know what I mean? The pesky Arabs, the Middle East, and you know what the West is like. You know, oh, they're all awful people. We've never done anything wrong over in the UK or America or the West in general. I did a video actually a few weeks ago criticising Jamie Carragher, you know, because, well, I don't know. I'm not going to go into all that. It's obvious. You'd have to watch the video. In one word, you know, hypocrisy from people like Jamie Carragher, and I think I don't want to agree with Rio Ferdinand. Do you know what I mean? Ex-scum, innit? I don't know. I don't know if I like Rio Ferdinand or not. But it's like Batsy fucking dog home out there. You can tell it's nice and everyone's waking up. I don't know, what time is it? 7:45 in England. Anyway, so you know what I'm getting at with the Saudi Arabia thing, and I see what Rio Ferdinand's coming at, and he's making a good point in, like, Carragher's come out and criticised some players, but he hasn't mentioned Steven Gerrard. Very quiet. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I think what annoyed me about Carragher when he was rattling on a few weeks ago was, you know, nobody, you know, pulled up, you know, Abramovich, you know, for, you know, where his money had come from and stuff like that. And it's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy towards the Middle East. And we know these countries, you know, we know that these countries aren't squeaky clean. Do you know what I mean? But we can only go by, the majority of us, what the Western media tell us, right? So, but listen, I'm not trying to defend these countries at all. I'm really not, guys. I'm really not. I'm sure they're pretty scummy, do you know what I mean? But my own country is not immune from criticism and suffering of its people at times as well. So it's getting into politics and stuff like that. And believe it or not, as much as I like a laugh and a giggle, and I like to wind people up a little bit because I'm a bit cheeky like that, I haven't really got the energy for politics, because in my 48 years on this planet, I've realised that no politician or government really gives about me or my family, no matter which way you vote. All right, you vote because you got certain beliefs or principles, or maybe you were brought up in a household that was ardent this or ardent that, right? Your political beliefs are up to you, right? And I can sit with the complete opposite person with me to my opinions, and still buy him a drink and say, let's just agree to disagree. I don't want to talk about, I'm not going to try and change your opinions. Please don't change mine, right? Well, do you know what? One of the biggest political points, or one of the most passionate things over the years for me has been to do with, like, fox hunting. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I love animals, not just eating them. What I mean is, you know, I didn't like growing up the tally-ho, you know, hunting foxes, blood sports and things like that. So, yeah. And I also think that, you know, I would vote for a political party that tends to prioritise the pensioners. But listen, some of the pensioners got more money than me and you put together. All of us collectively. So I don't mean all pensioners, because some of them are fucking minted. I don't know. You want a government to look after its people, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Just be fair, whatever. Anyway, listen, we're going off into politics, and that's what I don't want to do. I want to know what you think about that video. Has Rio Ferdinand got a point? Now, you can't just respond with Liverpool bias, right? No, you fucking... Has he got a point? Do you know what I mean? Has he got a point? Now, let's see what Jamie Carragher replied with, right? So, let's have a look. Can we find Carragher? Carragher 23 on Twitter. Let's have a look what he's got to say. Got to scroll back. All right, so Jamie Carragher, he said, never criticise Silva, Benzema or whatever, Neves or Steven Gerrard. I don't like Saudi trying to buy football like they have golf. I knew you'd be all over it Rio 35, like you were in Qatar. That's why you refused to do the opening game for BBC Match of the Day. Didn't want to criticise your paymaster. Do you know what? I've got to be honest with you. They all get on my tits, all of them. Carragher, Ferdinand, a lot of them. They get right on my fucking nerves. But you know what? I think Rio Ferdinand's got a point. Jamie Carragher doesn't want to see football go a particular way. Listen, right? If you exclude, right, and continually put down other people that are different to you or us or whatever, right, you're going to get nowhere in life. You know, like if you've got your political views and if you're constantly screaming and shouting at the person with the opposite views to you and they're doing the same back, you're never going to get anywhere in life. You know what I mean? We're all human beings. It's a shame that we can't all get along. It's a shame that all the countries in the world were all nice countries and looked after their people. The way I look at it, and maybe this is too simple, is these countries that have maybe got, bad human rights records or, controversial beliefs or whatever, or a bit in the past, it weren't too long ago that, being gay in the United Kingdom was illegal, for example, or, you know what I mean, right? The way I see it is the more you interact with each other and integrate, is that the right word? Integrate is probably better than interact, but the same thing, you know what I mean? Like involve and speak and talk and stuff. The more you can educate each other and say things, you know what I mean? Like, look, we don't agree with that, it's a bit backwards that, like, you know what I mean? And they might say, well, this is why, our religion says this, and I'd be like, really? Do you know what I mean? Conversation is what I'm saying. Talking about things. So, look, these fuckers over in Saudi Arabia, right? We know the brutal fucking... We know. We're not stupid. Yes, we can bang on about what the West tells us and all that, right? We know that. We can all make our own fucking minds up. But that doesn't mean that all the people in that area or private businesses or whatever share the same beliefs as their government. Do you share the same beliefs as your own government? Maybe you don't. You might live in Wales. Me and Brian Partridge, one of my viewers from here, met recently, and we had a good conversation about Wales in the United Kingdom, how they feel as being Welsh and British, for example. And he told me things during that conversation that I didn't know as someone from England. And I was like, really? You know what I mean? And then you wonder why some people, and I'm not talking about Brian, he's got his own opinion, he'll speak for himself. You wonder why some people, if you look at the UK, the Welsh, the Scottish, Northern Ireland, whatever, right? You wonder why maybe they feel a bit put out sometimes. Do you know what I mean? And then you can even go to England, look at the north of England, the south of England, and Merseyside is a prime example as why they want nothing to do with London and that. The point I'm trying to make is, if you continually exclude and have division, then you're never going to get anywhere in fucking life. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bit of a rant, but my heart's in the right place. I hope Saudi Arabian football takes off. It's a step to, I know people said, it's sport washing. When they buy these sport washing to hide all their awful crimes. Hey, look. Do you know what? I'm happy in my bubble. I like being in my house with that shitty picture behind me. I like my bubble. I like being here with you guys. All I want to do in life, right, is pay my bills, pay my way, look after my kids, my grandson, my family, and you guys. If I can help you guys with anything, I'd do anything to help you. Just be a good egg. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, is being a good egg. Don't matter if you're black, white. Do you know what I mean? Male, female, the gingers. I draw the line at gingers. My own grandson's fucking ginger, so don't start. If I could have sent him back, I would. And that was the first thing my daughter said to me when he was born. So we have a good sense of humour in our family, all right? Just be a good egg. But if you know what I mean, it is hypocrisy from the likes of Jamie Carragher, and I'm not going to blindly support and agree with him or side with him against someone like Rio Ferdinand, who, you know, is the enemy. I know by default you want to stick up, I'm sticking up for Jamie Carragher. You know what I mean? It's fucking hypocrisy, I don't care what to say. Yes, in Saudi Arabia, we know there's some brutal fuckers out there, do you know what I mean? But we're not squeaky clean either. I mean, all right, you know, it gets into an argument next about, yeah, but our government doesn't openly, you know, condone this. And so, no, but they're fucking doing it. And they have done over the years, you know. Do you know what I mean? Just fucking get along. Get stuck into Jamie Carragher, I say. And then Jamie Carragher, instead of sending back a couple of little fucking texts or whatever it is, you know, sentences on Twitter, record a video and tell him where to go. Tell him to go fuck himself. Because if Jamie Carragher wants to say what he wants to fucking say about whoever he wants to fucking, can fucking do it, can't he? Do you know what I mean? Rio Ferdinand's just trying to get in the a bit of attention, I think. What do you think? Did Rio Ferdinand have a point? Did Rio Ferdinand have a point? See, I like the fact that the likes of Firmino, Fowler, Gerrard, right? I like the fact that them fuckers have gone to Saudi Arabia to upset the top Reds. Do you know what I mean? The so-called top Reds. I like it. They're heroes. They're everything we stand for. Everything we stand for. To do with supporting Liverpool Football Club. Our heroes, our golden boys. Yeah, where have they fucking gone? You know what I'm saying? Listen, one day they will realise that footballers do not give a fuck about them, right? They are human beings like you and I, right? So you might appreciate the support you get, as do I, for example, of you guys. But at the end of the day, I'm going to live my life as I want, not as how anybody wants me to that watches my videos. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Try and be a good person, but you live your life as you want. And if they want to go out there to Saudi Arabia, let them. I think Ferdinand's got a good point, to be honest with you, regarding Carragher. But let's not, in the comment section, please, let's not go into, yeah, but they do this in Saudi. Yeah, we know, we're not fucking stupid, but I'm not in Saudi Arabia. Do you know what I'm saying? And anything I say or do ain't going to make a bit of fucking difference. You know what I mean? So, yes, we know the cuntish. We know that, right? But I don't live there, so I can't really pass an opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? But what I can pass an opinion is that video regarding Rio Ferdinand and Jamie Carragher. And I welcome your thoughts on that rather than the politics. We all know we want a nice world where we all get along and the poor are looked after and the rich pay their fair share in life. Yes, absolutely. We all want that. You know what I mean? But instead of getting upset about footballers going to Saudi Arabia, millionaire footballers already, they're going for even more money, right? Instead of getting upset about that, and losing your fucking, you know, your mind over something like that because they've let you down. I saw a Liverpool account on Twitter saying, have they let you down? Do you feel let down? Fuck off, grow up, let them do what they want, right? But instead of criticising Saudi Arabia or what goes on in them other Middle Eastern countries when they're linked with Liverpool, take a look at the shit that's happening in the UK, all the fucking food banks and people have got fuck all, poverty all over the place. Speaking of it,